In today's video, I just explained that what is the variables in Java and what are the types of variables which are used in Java, right? So, okay. So start by variables. Variable is just a value holder in primary memory. Whenever we use a variable in our program, the compiler is able to check that it's not being used in a manner or a context that is appropriate to its type, right? So it's just a value holder, right? So explicit values are explicit data values that appear in one program is called literals, right? Okay, so brief this with an example. I'm just creating a variable like this, integer a equals to 25, right? So this a is a variable name and 25 is literal, right? So we also call this identifier. We call this identifier because in our further my program I have to if I want to call this particular variable, then I have to call this with this name only. So that's why to identify this variable we have to give this name, and this is called identifier, right? If you are just creating a character variable, character ch equals to a, then it means that this is a literal and this one is a identifier or variable name. If you are creating a boolean variable, so this one is literal and this one is identifier. Okay, so I have given this name a by using some rules. Whenever you are writing any variable name, then you have to follow some variables rules. That rules are, you can't use some special words or operators like this plus minus. It can't be used in your program. If you are declaring a variable, it means that you are creating a variable just like this, minus a equal to 10, then it will give a compile time error. The name we choose is for a variable is called an identifier, and identifier can be any length, but it must start with an alphabet and underscore or a dollar sign, right? So you can use underscore, any alphabet and dollar sign. The rest of identifier can include any characters except these used as operators in Java. So as I told you, you can't use operators whenever you are declaring a variable, and you can use these alphabets, dollar and underscore, right? So if you are declaring a variable like this, if you are declaring a variable like this by using the variable name is starting from the dollar sign, then there will not be any kind of compile time error. It will run successfully. Java is very case sensitive language. So if you are declaring like this, $a 15, and after that you are calling this by like this 16, then it will give a compile time error. So it is a case sensitive language. So now come to the another point, that is the data types. There are 8 data types defined within the language. These fundamental data types are also known as primitive data types. So let me start by the primitive data types. The first category of these data type is the integer or numeric data types. It is the first category. In this particular category data type, there are 4 data types that we can use to store integer data. All of these are signed. We have 4 data types which have some some variable size, some value, like white is a first data type. It will get one white means 8 bits. It will take to store any kind of value. Second one is short data type. Short data type will take 2 bytes to store any value. Third one is integer data type. It will take 4 bytes to store integer type value. And fourth one is long data type, and it will take 8 bytes to store numeric value. So I explained everything, that what are the integer data types and what types of integer data types are provided in Java. So let me take an example. In this example, I just explain that how additions of some basic operation can be performed in Java. Let me take an example. I'm just declaring a variable integer a, and I want to do a addition action on this variable like this: 10 plus 0 1 2. 0 1 2 is what? It is a octal value. It is a octal number. So what is the output of this particular statement? The output will be, first of all, we have to convert this octal value into the decimal number. To do conversion, I have to do some basic operation like this, like it is a octal. That's why we have to use this formula: 1 into plus 2 into 8 की power 0. So it will give 2, because 8 की power 0 will give 1, and 2 into 1 will be 2, plus 8. It means the output will be 10. We have output of this equation. That's why if you do addition with the 10, then output would be 20. So right answer is 20. So I want to take another example, like just you are declaring a variable integer a equal to 12, right? And you are taking another variable, that is double b, equal to 3.14. Now you want to do some conversion like this, that you want to pass the double variable value into the integer type value. So it means that double data type have take some more space than integer data type. So you are just narrowing the data, and narrowing is not possible in your Java, right? So this is the narrowing, because you are passing the double type value into the integer type value. That's why double type value size is big than integer type value. So narrowing is not possible in Java. So this statement will give a compile time error. But if you are declaring, or you are doing you are writing a statement like this, if you are writing this statement, then there is no need to do type conversion, because this A data type is a integer data type and B data type is a double data type. So integer data type is a very small data type than double data type. So this statement will be widening the data type. In Java, compile error, because narrowing is not allowed, can be allowed by casting. So if you want to do this operation, then you have to do type casting by writing this, just like this statement. First of all, you have to convert your double data type into the integer data type, and after the conversion the value can be stored into A. Variables can be declared anywhere in our program. We can sprout a single declaration over several lines if we want. Now come to the another kind of data types, which are floating type, floating point data types. A floating point number has a fixed number digits of accuracy, but with a very wide range of values. These kind of data types are used to store the decimal values. We have two types of data types. First one is float, which takes 4 bytes to store any float value, and second one is the double. It takes 8 bytes to store any double type value. When we are specifying floating point literals, they are of type double by default. So the specifying a value of type float, just append f or f. I mean to say that if you are declaring a variable like this, float a equal to 3.4, this will give a compile time error, because as I told you that all floating type values are stored in a double type variables. But if you are declaring like this, double b equal to 3.4, it will not give error and it will run successfully. It will not run, and this statement will be run. So if you want to run this variable, then you have to write like this: a equal to 3.4 f. You can't use a small letter, but if you want to use capital letter, you can use it. Another kind of data type, still we have learned 6 type of data types, and 4 in integer data type and 2 in floating data type. That is character data type. Character data type are used to store character values. It used to hold a single character, right? Just declaring a variable like this: char ch equals to a. It uses Unicode to store characters. Use 2 bytes to store. Character takes 2 bytes to store a character type value. Another type of variables are the Boolean variables or Boolean data types. Boolean data types are used to store the value of logical values, store the logical values like true and false. If you want to declare a variable like this, Boolean a comma b, you can store true or false value into these variables. Okay, so in this tutorial I have we learned that what kind of variables are provided in Java and how we can use them, and we learned about the variables using in Java. So in my further videos I will explain the operators, arrays, and other kind of the Java features. So thank you for watching this video. This video is created by top developers. I just want to sharing my knowledge with you.